So we'll just we'll connect to my laptop here, and then you can get an idea of kind of what it looks like here. So now my laptop got a pop-up saying technician or whatever, Derek ID, is logged on from whatever location. So that would potentially say Vandalay and whatever the technician's name is, etc., etc. Dameware, it's got this nice little toolbar on top, so you got the toolbar up here, so you can pin that or have that go away. Chat, so you can chat with the client and see what's up, and then they can go on in their end and type and respond back. So that's a good way. If you're not talking on the phone, that's a way where you could kind of communicate with the client. And then you can disconnect from the session. We can make it full screen. Send Control-Delete commands, which is handy because if you do Control-Delete on the host or on the host side, or the side that we're connecting from, it'll do Control-Delete on the computer and not the remote. So that's how you would do Control-Delete on the client. You can also lock their keyboard and mouse. So like if they're you're trying to do something. Let's see what else here. And there's a whole bunch of settings with Dameware remote support. Like you can enable sounds and flashing warnings, all that sort of stuff. That can all be optimized. The mini remote control also allows file transfer, which is kind of nice. So if you were transferring files between, that would be how you do that. Under the Dameware mini remote control properties, this is on the client's end. This is where you could set up a separate user ID and password if you wanted. You could allow different ways of authentication, and that's how you get into that. You could also set port number, allow only administrators to connect, all sorts of stuff, permissions, security, notifications, dialog box. So that's all those working quite right. You can bring up the computer and you can see all sorts of stuff. Like you could see their drives, how you can see printers, so you could control all sorts of different settings. You could see processes. You could go into the registry, do remote commands, shut down, restart, look at the services, change services, wake online. That would be another nice tool that could be used for Vandalay technicians if the computer is having issues or locked up or froze or sleeping or off. That can be handy there. So that's another nice thing about the Dameware remote support, is that you can go in and change a lot of settings without even remoting on, without even creating a remote session, and that could be, that's a big advantage as well. Just in that, for example, Vandalay could set up, so you could go in, and this would be, you could create basically a package builder or an MSI package which Vandalay would pre-set up for their clients, and they would have this file so that if they want to be able to control a remote computer, all they have to do is take that file over, run it, and it'll install the service with the the proper settings, logins, all that sort of stuff. So that's what I ended up having to do to get the service installed on the laptop without having Dameware's central server and an Active Directory and domain set up.